Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I'm very excited to get to talk to you this morning. I am talking to you guys, obviously, about youth and family ministry today. I am going to just give you an overview of what this whole program looks like, what it consists of, and just a recap of our year and the changes that we've made. So I'm going to start by introducing myself. My name's Emma Duncan. For those of you that don't know me, I am the Director of Youth and Family Ministry. I am married. This is my husband, Tanner. He's super cool. These are my daughters, Cecilia, who's 3, and Dolly, who will be 1 next week. And they're also super cool. So I was born and raised in Detroit Lakes and left for college, and then we came back here about 5 years ago. And then I got the job here at First Lutheran, and I love being a part of this church community, and I really, really love my job, which is what I'm going to tell you about. Before I dive into the ministry and what it looks like, I want to make sure that you guys are familiar with all the people that put in a ton of work to make this happen. So I have a children's ministry team and a youth ministry team. If you are on the children's ministry team, will you please stand? It consists of Courtney Shanson, Deanne Udby, Alyssa Mork, Sarah Aloni, Joni Maleka, Deb Ormseth, Destiny Okeson, Paula Schulz, and Crystal Meyer. They were invited to come to any of the 3 services. We have 2 of our wonderful team members here. Thank you, guys. You can sit down. I just want to make sure they're recognized for all of their hard work. On our team, we split up the duties that need to happen throughout the year. Our early childhood coordinators are the 2 that are actually here, Deanne and Courtney and Sarah Aloni. They coordinate that ministry. Our events coordinators are Joni, Alyssa, Crystal, and Destiny. And our service project coordinator is Alyssa Mork. I'll talk about her a little bit later. She did a lot of really great work this year. The classroom organizer is Joni Maleka. She reset all of our classrooms twice a week, every single week, so that every classroom was properly prepared for the lesson. She wiped and cleaned all the tables and chairs. She put in a lot of time and did very, very good work for us this year. And then last but not least, our volunteer coordinator is Paula Schulz. I want to make sure that all of these people get recognized. Paula called and coordinated all of our teachers and subs for Sunday school and Wednesday school this year. Yes, right? Yes, they are amazing. I also have a youth team. Now they oversee 6th grade through 12th grade. They are fantastic as well. The youth team consists of Leanne Mao, Jessica Burhans, Carrie Borgman, Dawn Chase, Cindy Bruflot, and Meg Barker. Please stand if you're here, ladies. Yep, give them a round of applause as well. They are fantastic. They have worked so hard this year. Leanne, who's here, was a part of planning. She was one of our events coordinators. We just planned all the events and fundraisers and breakfast for the year. Cindy was our floater and sub every single week for confirmation, also helped me find our awesome small group leaders for this year. So they did really good work. I wanted to make sure that I started with that. So as I talk about each ministry, you guys know who was kind of the face behind that, okay? So we're going to start with talking about the vision. Youth and Family Ministry is a new ministry here. We used to have a children's ministry and a youth ministry. Well, we combined them when I took over, and now it's Youth and Family Ministry. The 3 points we wanted to focus on was worship, fellowship, and learning. Worship. We wanted every family and youth to be actively involved in our worship services. Okay, you may not see a lot of them here on Sunday mornings, but on Wednesday night, our confirmation kids are just weaved right into that worship service. Okay, so we have a lot of families participating actively in worship, and that was the goal, and we want to continue to grow on that. Fellowship. We want to give all of our youth as many fellowship opportunities as possible, places to gather, to be together here at church, also outside of church, just any opportunity to be together. And last but not least is learning. We use our classroom time to really learn, to educate our children and youth on biblical stories, knowledge of the Bible, and then a strong understanding of Lutheranism and what that looks like. So our youth and family ministry is split up into 3 different parts, okay? We have an early childhood ministry, we have a children's ministry, and we have youth ministry. Early childhood, we work specifically with birth to 3-year-olds. Any kids that are not ready for Sunday school yet, they're invited to participate in events that we put on. Children's ministry covers preschool through 5th grade. Okay, anyone 3 or 4 years of age in preschool all the way through 5th grade, and youth ministry is 6th grade all the way through 12th grade. So that's kind of how that's broken down. Now, early childhood ministry, what falls under that? Baptism, first of all, that's considered an early childhood ministry that happens. We baptize an average of 15, typically babies, but we've done multiple youth baptisms and adult baptisms. But 15 a year is what we do for baptisms, which is a really beautiful number, that we welcome that many new members in as infants typically every single year. We put on events for those birth to 3-year-olds. Those were organized by Courtney Shanson, Deanne Udby, and Sarah Aloni. We did 3 events this year, which is amazing. For our first year starting this ministry off, to be able to include families in 3 different events is very successful, and we look forward to continuing to grow on that. Now, our children's ministry, a lot of people know it as Sunday school or Wednesday school. That's what our children's ministry is. We serve preschool to 5th grade, and it happens on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. We give them the option to choose, because many people can't do weekends or can't do weeknights. And so having the option between those 2 choices is really nice for families with little ones. Especially that Wednesday school gets kind of late for our preschoolers, so having an option on Sunday morning is really nice for them. Now, our hour-long class is broken up. I'm going to do my best to explain this accurately. Preschool through 2nd grade is one group. 3rd grade through 5th grade is another group. So our little ones, they come to me in large group first, and we sing songs, we play games, we learn about the lesson, and we usually watch a video. And then they go back to their classroom for classroom time, where they read the story and they do a craft or an activity. And then, while they were with me, the older kids are up in their room doing their classroom time and usually reading the Bible story and preparing, because when they come downstairs with me, we do a very competitive Bible trivia. They get very, very competitive. There's usually running and sometimes pushing, but they do a really, really good job of digging into the story in their classrooms and then showing me what they've learned down in large group. But one thing we did with Bible trivia is we added church trivia in there, because I learned that these guys need to know what goes on during worship, what it's all called, what it means. So we started doing some more church trivia in there as well. Now, just to give you guys an idea of how many youth we actually serve in this specific ministry, 159 children currently this year are on our attendance lists between preschool to 5th grade on Sunday and Wednesday combined. 159 kids, that's amazing. It's a lot of numbers. I was really worried when COVID hit and during it, how we would come out of it. We have grown. We have grown since coming out of COVID, which is really beautiful and amazing that our families came back and the more people wanted to be a part of this church community. 40% of our kids come on Sundays, 60% attend on Wednesdays, just to give you an idea of where our numbers fall. Also, we have 11 teachers and helpers for Sunday school, and we have 10 teachers and helpers for Wednesday school. They all give an hour of their time every single week throughout the school year. They are very much appreciated. If you are a Wednesday school or Sunday school teacher, can you please stand to be recognized? Nate Seahawk, everybody, and Courtney and Deanne. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. That is a recap of our children's ministry, but I did want to just show you guys a few pictures here. We do service projects throughout the year. We used to do a service fair where we did a bunch of projects on one day. Well, this year we decided to try something new and split it up. So each grade, with the help of their parents, got to do a specific project with the community. So first, these adorable little ones are our preschoolers. They made birthday kits. These birthday kits were sent over to the Becker County Food Pantry for people to pick up who wanted them. Our kindergartners created Build-A-Bears, and these were sent out to first responders to give to children during a crisis. They were very proud of their bears. First grade learned about taking care of the earth. They made their own paper. I don't have pictures for these next two, but we had a Patriot assistant dog come in and speak to our second graders, which was a really cool opportunity. And actually, all the grades on Sunday came down to actually listen to that presentation, so that was very cool. Our third graders created warm heart kits for people experiencing homelessness. Our fourth graders made tie blankets for local senior living centers in Detroit Lakes. And our fifth graders created care packages for kids who are currently staying at the Lakes Area Crisis Center. So, when I say that a lot of work went into this, I mean a lot of work went into this. And Alyssa Mork headed up this ministry. So if you know Alyssa, give her a high five and tell her thank you, because she did really good work this year. She not only picked out the projects with the help of a team, she got all the supplies, and she coordinated a speaker to come and speak to all the kids for each service project. That way they really knew and understood the depth of what they were doing and how it was making an impact on the community. All right, moving on. Youth ministry. We're going to start with sixth grade here. Sixth grade is a really fun year. These kids really enjoy coming. It's a very interesting year. It's not something we've typically done in the past. They don't join 7th and 8th grade for actual class in the sanctuary. They go to the youth room with Jeff Slipper, who is an awesome person to run our sixth grade ministry. He's done a great job. We call it intro, what am I trying to say? Thank you. Intro to confirmation. Having a mind blank there. What this year is, it's all about fellowship and relationship building. We want our sixth graders to come in, to be a part of everything that happens here at First Lutheran Church, to be immersed into worship, and to give them as much fellowship opportunity as possible while they create relationships between each other and intergenerationally. They start with a lesson, they play games. That is what their hour consists of. And then we also we really, really want this to be a fun year where they really learn to be comfortable here at church and feel like they have some ownership here. And so we just really want them to have fun while learning how to be faithful Christians. So the sixth grade year is a very cool year. We're moving on to 7th and 8th grade. Now this is a ministry where a lot of changes took place. A lot of the children's ministries stayed the same, but this dynamic changed quite a bit. We used to have a 4-year confirmation program, and we cut it down to a 2-year confirmation. We really wanted to take those 2 years and really focus on educating the kids as much as we can. Okay, so when we cut down from a 4-year to a 2-year, that meant that we had to play a little bit of catch up. And so this school year, we confirmed 3 different grades. In October, we confirmed 18 10th graders. In February, we confirmed 15 9th graders. And today at 1 o'clock, we will confirm 17 8th graders. So that is a lot of confirmation services for 1 year. Trust me, I know it's been a busy, busy year, but it's been beautiful also because I feel like we really got to see the changes in this program right before our eyes, and these kids all still had meaningful confirmation experiences, and they got to start learning from our pastors. That is something that we are very, very lucky to have, is we have 2 pastors who are passionate about our youth. They want to be a part of our youth program, and they teach every single Wednesday, except for the small group weeks, our 7th and 8th graders right here in the sanctuary. They teach 1 year on Bible and 1 year on Lutheranism. Okay, so these kids are getting amazing education from our pastors, and they're learning exactly what they need to learn in those 2 years. Okay? I want to make sure I didn't miss any notes here. All right, moving on. Once a month, they meet with small groups. So our small groups are divided up amongst the grades. The grades are split in half because we have good numbers. So we split that up, and they go meet with their small group leaders. And this is an opportunity for them to kind of recap what has been taught in confirmation, build relationship with their small group leaders and with each other, and just discuss and ask questions that they may have. We had amazing, amazing small group leaders this year who really took their jobs so seriously, and I want to recognize them. Gary and Tansy Hazley, please stand if I call your name. Joe Berquist, Susie Reitmeyer, Gail Colby, Jody Keene, and Sandy and Terry Kemmer. These guys are all-stars. Thank you. And I probably should have mentioned this too. Cindy Bruflot also subbed a bunch and was our floater every week too. So she did fantastic work and always showed up. All right. High school ministry. This is still a developing ministry. We're very passionate about this ministry. I'm very, very excited for what's to come next year. Our vision is the same as the rest of the ministry. It's fellowship, learning, and worship. That's what we really want to implement with these high schoolers. We're going to get this really running next fall, and I'm very, very excited that I will continue to be able to work with all of my awesome confirmands as they move on to high school. All right. I just want to point out a few things that we did that I am really proud of, and I think that was important. Blessing of the backpacks. Every summer before school, we bless the backpacks, so all the kids can bring their backpacks before they start. They get a blessing, kind of gets them hyped up for the school year. Rally Sunday, Wednesday. This is our very first day of Sunday school and Wednesday school. It's usually a very, very fun day. I feel like the last few years, it's been raining. And we were supposed to have like bounce houses in the yard, and we've had to cancel multiple times. But I'm really hoping this year we will have a sunny day for Rally Sunday. Turkey Bingo Fellowship event. Woo! This is a super fun one. I love this one. If you like playing bingo, please come join us this November for another round. It was super, super fun. It was also a fundraiser. So any opportunity where you guys can help our youth is so greatly appreciated. So that was one. Our Christmas program, it's about as cute as it can get. If you guys were able to come watch our Christmas program, it was fantastic. The kids did great. They made Valentines for Vets in February. We did a pie auction where over 45 pies, cakes, and treats were made and donated, and then auctioned off. And I almost choke up a little bit because you guys showed up for our youth that day. So thank you for that fundraiser. Mother's Day performance. If you're not doing anything next week at 10:45, you should come back because our kids are going to sing for Mother's Day. And they've been working really, really hard on it. We have a middle school mission trip. I'm taking 13 middle schoolers to Duluth this June, and I'm very excited about that. And anytime that you donated the turkey bingo and the pie auction, if you came to support that, you were sending those 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders to Duluth this summer. So thank you for that. And last but not least, we have Vacation Bible School. Vacation Bible School is put on every year in June. We offer it for free to our families, but it's free to them. It's not free to us. If you ever feel like donating towards that, that's something that we really want to continue to do. Just a little plug for VBS because it's a very, very cool ministry that we put on. All right. Now Maya got pied in the face by Nate Seahawk right there at our middle school lock-in. So that's why she kind of looks upset. But I just wanted to click through some photos before I wrap this up. This was from our turkey bingo event. This is from our pie auction. There's Morgan right there. Our 5th grade Holy Communion celebration, and then our middle school lock-in again. And I just really like this quote. It says, "Don't just invite youth to the party, give them a seat at the table." And I really feel that empowering them and keeping them included within our operation here at First is so important. Tuck my mic in. All right, so I want to wrap this up a little bit, but I want to touch on our reading today. 1 Corinthians. It talks about how there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit. There are varieties of services, but the same Lord. And just as the body is one with Christ, just as the body is one and has many members, and all the members of the body, though many, are one body, so it is with Christ. Okay, that is our mission. That reading right there is our mission. We want to find those gifts and those services within our congregation to help guide the faith of all of the amazing youth and children that we have here at First Lutheran. Okay, we have lots of little bodies run around these halls every single week, but they are one. They are the body of Christ. And we want them to feel that way. We want them to feel empowered and like they have ownership within this church. We want this to be a safe place for them. And most of all, we want them to always know that they are loved. not only by our God, but by our congregation. So keeping them included in your prayers and your support is so necessary for all of us. And one more thing, I get asked a lot about my job. People ask what I do, what that kind of consists of. My dad always makes jokes about how I do what people used to do for free. and I get offended. Like, honestly, I get kind of offended because I'm like, I work really hard, actually. But I love my job. That's always my answer. I love my job. Well, why do you love your job? Because I love the kids. But it's so much more than that. I love my job and I love the kids, but I also really, really love Jesus. And I love that I get to see him in the kids every single week. Okay, I get to see him working through them every single week as they grow into these awesome young adults. And so I just want to say that I'm very proud of myself, the pastors for making this year run so smoothly, my teams, all the teachers, small group leaders, anybody that's volunteered, any support you as a congregation have given us, whether that be financially, through prayer, however you support us, thank you. And this is what you're supporting when you support Youth and Family Ministry. All of these amazing things that we have going on here. So thank you very much.